Hi Year 6, this is Friday's maths lesson. Now, as always, we're doing arithmetic. So if you have a go at the warm-up first, and then make sure you've watched the maths recap video on prime numbers. So what you're going to do today is you are going to create a prime numbers 3D maze type of game, and hopefully you're going to share that with other children and they'll be able to play your game. Okay, now it has been set as a to-do, so if you go into your to-do section, you will see there and click start. And do you want a simple game, or do you want your type of game? You can have multiple levels, more types of wall ceilings, you can have water and fire, background music. It's much better, this one, so I'm going to click this one. Okay, now I'm hoping you've done this before, but if you haven't, this video will help you. So the first thing you want to do is you want to add your wall. Now you've got some options here, and if you click the little pencil, you get given some options up here of what you want to do. You can create your own. So do you want hieroglyphs? Do you want wood? Do you want this one? So I'm going to have this one, okay, to start me up. So I'm just going to put in some patterns. You can drag, you can click. It's completely up to you. If you do too many, if you click on it again or right click, it does delete it. I'm going to leave it like that, I think. Just a little one in there. So once I've done my wall, and then I'm going to have a look at some of the things over here. So ground, what's my ground going to look like? Am I going to have grass? I'm going to have a football pitch. So I think I'm going to have grass. My ceiling, do I want my ceiling to look like anything in particular? Again, lots of things you can pick from here. I'm going to have this grey. Ooh, yeah, I love that. And then sky, what do I want my sky to look like? So I've got lots of options here. I think I'm going to go with outer space. And then other, do I want my lighting to be bright? Do I want it to be dark? I'm going to go with dark. Do I want it taller? Do I want background music on? Okay, so pick which one you prefer and then have a mess around with those, okay? Now, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to think about what you're going to add into your maze. So the gold coins are going to be your prime numbers. Now, you should have recapped on what a prime number is. Remember, it's a number that's only divisible by 1 and itself. So can you where you check, can you divide it by 2, 3, 5 or 7? If you can, it's not a prime number and it's going to be a composite number. So again, can you see the little pencil? Click that. I'm going to rub out, I think I've got chunkier ones, yes. And I see it, there it is. I'm going to rub out the gold coin, okay, and then I'm going to write on here a prime number. So I'm going to go with the only even prime number, the number 2, okay. Now here I can change a movement, so I don't want it to be random, do I want it to go side to side, up and down, so I'm going to say random, and an action, it's going to spin, and then I can change my sound effect, depending on which sound effect I would like, so have a listen to those and you can choose which one you want, or you can record your own sound effect, and I'm going to say if you collect this prime number you get 3 points, okay, so the number 2 is on there. Now all your gold coins are going to be your prime numbers, all the red monsters, shall we say, are going to be your composite numbers, numbers that aren't prime. So click the little pencil, you can rub it out, you can use a rubber, I think there's an easier way to rub it out, but I'm not too sure what that is. So rub out the monster, I don't want the monster, and I'm going to write a composite number, so I'm going to go with a number that I know. I'm going with 27. Now 27 people always think is prime because it's odd, but just because it's odd doesn't mean it's prime. I know 27 isn't a prime number because I can divide it by 9 and 3. Okay, so again, do you want a movement? This time you can add hunt the player. That would be really tricky if it did that. So I'm going to random again. Action, I think I'll have it so it shrinks, goes bigger and smaller. You can change your sound effect. I might have bang on that one. And do you lose a life? Do you go back to the start, lose a point? I'm going to say you lose a life, okay? So once you've done that, you can put in as many as you want. You can then add in other things. So you could add some water. if you wanted to add some water in there, you could also add some fire in there, which might make it trickier. Okay, that's a bit impossible there, isn't it? So adding all these things into your maze makes it tricky for the person who's playing it. Okay. You can also add in some scenery, so you can add some trees, or you could add some pillars if you wanted some pillars. Okay, there's lots of different things you can have a play around with. Now up here are your instructions, the little I, so please make sure you awesome prime number game. Okay, and then I'm going to put some instructions on. Can you find all the prime numbers? Ooh. Make sure you avoid the composite numbers. And then I might have here, I can change my time, so I'm going to give you 6 minutes. I can change how many lives you have if I want to, and I can add like sound effects for different things. Okay, now I'm also going to put have fun, and then I'm going to put my name on it so you know who it's from. Okay, so I've done my instructions, all that's on there. Now I might want to add in a second level, so here I can have a completely different wall. Okay, so this time I'm going to have hieroglyphs. Okay, so again, you can make it as complicated as you want. So you can do your second level and change the ground, the ceiling, whatever it is you want to change. So I think I'm going to have hieroglyphs in a snowy scene. And my ground, I think I'll have a football pitch. Okay, so you can change it however you want, and can you see here some of your numbers are already there, and you can create some different ones. Now if at any point you want to see what it looks like, at the top there's this preview button. So if you press that, you can see what it comes up with. So awesome prime number game, can you find all the prime numbers, make sure you avoid the composite numbers, have fun with Parkinson. So when I go into play, you can see, okay, all my walls are really tall, so I can't really, so I'm going around. Oh, I can see some planets there, but can you see at the top here, the orange is obviously the fire, the blue is the water, and you can see my purple arrow, and you can see the red and yellow moving round. So I'm going to have a nose here to see, oh, I can see the number 2, can I catch it? There we go. So because that's the only thing in there, I completed the level, and then it would send me to level 2. But at the moment, there's nothing to do in level 2 because I've not finished it. Okay, so you can preview it at any point to see what it would look like, make it harder, make it easier. Once you've finished, okay, click save and it will automatically save it. Okay, and then this is the bit that I want you to see if you can do, so other people can play your game. Go back up here to the 3 lines and click share. Now if you click this button, share here, the little paper with the green arrow, will give you lots of options, and you can put this link or a QR code, and you could copy that link and you could send it to someone. So if you just click copy, it's now copied into your computer tablet, and then you can paste it somewhere. You can also submit it to a display board, and there'll be one here that will say Year 6 Prime Number Games. So you could click it, for example, if it was this one, and then click OK. So any children who go to that display board can play those games. So once you have finished it, save it and then share it. So again, I'll show you 3 lines, share, and click this one, and you can either copy the code, which I think will be the easiest way, or put it on the display board. Okay, so have a go at doing that, so then other people will get to play your game. Once you've finished, exit it, and then it will give you the option, once you've done, to hand it in. Okay, and then you can leave a note for me. You could say, try my game with Parkinson, it's really difficult. Okay, hope that's helpful for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it.